All right, I am back with episode 5. I just started calling these episodes. They honestly don't go in an order at all. But I wanted to talk about something that's extremely common, and I've experienced it. I still experience it. It's a question that I get fairly often, and that question is, you know what, Kristen, you made such a big transformation in your lifestyle, in your habits. What do you do with the haters? And by haters, they mean the friends and the family that don't necessarily follow the same lifestyle. And it's a very valid question because it's extremely difficult sometimes to make these big lifestyle changes. And I say lifestyle change because if you've been following me for a little bit, I don't do diets. Even for my clients, I don't do diets because I believe that if you go on a diet, you eventually have to go off of a diet. And what I'm trying to teach people is to adopt a way of living, a way of eating healthy for your body, not only to reach your goals, but then to be able to maintain it. And so the process is sometimes a little bit longer. I'm not gonna put you on a 10-day diet where you lose 10 pounds. It's not gonna happen because it's not real. Going through my own lifestyle change, I put together a list of certain examples that I went through in my past, as well as things to look for in others and how to combat that. And I think that this might be helpful for some of you that are starting out, or some of you that think that others are holding you back. And saying that sentence right there to me just sounds wrong. Because at the end of the day, the first thing you need to understand is that you are ultimately in control of you. There was a lot of trial and error through my story. And so when people ask me the question, what do you do, friends and family who aren't supportive, there's not a one solution to this, unfortunately. You kind of have to find what works for you. But through the center of this, if you are trying to change your lifestyle, if your goal is ultimate health and happiness, you have to be selfish. And I'm not saying, there's a whole bunch of different levels to this. I'm not saying, shun everybody away, hide in your corner, go to the gym 7 hours a day. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that everybody's going to find their healthy balance. And for me, in the beginning, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was hard. And so right now, I feel good. I feel balanced, I feel happy. But it's taken some time to get there. So looking back, I have lost some friends. And I don't want to say that I lost them maliciously. I don't have beef with anybody. We've just grown apart. And then there are some people where we grew apart a little bit in the beginning and we kind of came back. And I have some really amazing, amazing friends, and not all of them follow my lifestyle at all. And that's okay. But I'm going to explain to you how that's even possible. So a lot of the times, the people that are asking me the question, how do I deal with haters, have already experienced some sort of unsupportive friend or family member. And if people are asking me this, they usually already have some sort of experience with this, but sometimes you don't realize that the people in your life maybe are holding you back from your goals. And these are the type of people where when you started changing your lifestyle, maybe they weren't supportive of you in the beginning. They didn't necessarily support you making this change. They could have said things that were a little passive aggressive, and I get this a lot, I still get it. And this is the most common form. These people aren't going to tell you to their face that they're unsupportive. They're usually gonna try to make you feel bad. These people almost make you feel ashamed of what you're trying to do. You don't feel like you can be your true self. And I started catching myself doing this a little bit. I would hide, what I was doing. I would try to keep my food to myself. If I was ordering off of a menu and I asked for, the dressing on the side, I would try to be quiet and discreet. I started feeling really insecure about what I was doing. We all have a little bit of insecurity. And I think when starting out on a new lifestyle change and trying these new habits, we're all a little insecure. We all don't really know if this is the right thing. We're always one foot in our comfort zone and one foot wanting to go forward. And it's that middle ground there that I think tends to hold a lot of us back. And I even remember thinking, this is stupid. What does it matter? But what I was trying to do was minimize the unhealthy responses that I was getting from these unsupportive people in my life. And they weren't coming out and necessarily saying Kristen, what you're doing is wrong. They were more saying little passive aggressive tiny remarks. Something along the lines of, well, can you eat that? Oh, dessert? Yeah, Kristen's not gonna have any of that. The best one that I like to see is when people bring their plates and they sit down and they look at me and they look at their plate and they're like, don't judge me, it's my cheat day. That just, to me, it's like, I never say anything when this happens. That is the best response that you can do, is not to say anything, because what they want is a response. They want you to retaliate somehow. And I remember my fiance, boyfriend, whatever he was at the time, I remember him saying, well, they're jealous. And I don't think it's necessarily jealousy. I think it's insecurity. In fact, I know that it's insecurity. And so knowing that, I don't need to respond. I do not need to validate a passive-aggressive response with some sort of defensive comment on my lifestyle. If I'm happy with the way that I'm living my life, which I hope is exploited through the way that I act, the way that I talk, the way that I have relationships with people, then I don't feel the need to defend myself for the habits that I am creating in order to have that healthy, happy lifestyle that I so badly wanted for so long. In all honesty, these people that are jealous, these people that are insecure, if they could bring themselves to say, you know what, I used to be bitter towards you, and it was only because I believe that you have something that I can never get. But those people will never say that. They'll never say that. Human nature, we're too proud. We won't say those things. And the truth is, if somebody came to me and said, you know what, I'm bitter towards you because you have something I can never get, I would look at them and say, why? Why can't you have that? What thought in your brain makes you believe that you cannot be happy, that you cannot be the very best version of you? These people tend to discourage you from finding your happiness. So a couple of things that I recommend saying to your friends and family. First of all, make your goals known. Don't hide them away. Don't try to go on this journey by yourself, because if you don't tell people what your goals are, they're never gonna know. So if you make it known that, hey, I'm trying to lose 10 pounds, I'm trying to stay away from processed foods, I'm trying to have more fiber, I'm trying to go to the gym more often. If you make it known, then you leave the door open for them. They can either choose to be supportive or not, but you've basically said, I am going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. These are my goals, and I'm going to get there. Don't expect people to jump on board. They don't have to. This is not their journey. If they do, that's awesome. Then you have a buddy. But if they don't, that's okay. This isn't about them. If you have made it known that you want to lose 10 pounds, then when you go out to eat and your friend is going to order a bunch of pizza, you need to be okay with the fact that you ordered a chicken salad with dressing on the side, because you have goals, and that's okay. That's okay. And if that friend that's eating the pizza says something to you like, don't judge me, it's my cheat day, just say, okay, that's fine. I'm not judging you. You have to make your goals known, but that doesn't mean that everybody else has to change their schedule, because it's not. You need to figure out a way to make this new lifestyle fit with your routine. You can't get mad at people, because point number 2, you can't change people. Don't try. Don't be one of those people that tries to sick your lifestyle onto your friends. If they don't want to change, they don't have to. You're gonna have 3 different responses when you try to change your lifestyle. You're gonna have the people that are completely supportive and might jump on with you. Awesome. You're gonna have those neutral friends who support you, but that doesn't mean that they have to change anything in their life. And then you're gonna have the people that are jealous of you and are gonna try to bring you down to their level of misery, because misery loves company. The first 2, the person who's gonna jump right on board with you and the neutral friend, that's great. That's the best scenario you could hope for. It's the third kind that's gonna cause you a little bit of heartburn. And that's okay. If it's a friend, maybe you don't do some of the activities that you guys used to do. And that's okay. Understand that some of these people in the third category may eventually come around, but you can't expect everybody to jump on board right away. If it's your family, it's a little bit harder because you can't really distance yourself from your family all the time, but you can at least make it known. You don't have to fight with them. If they want to make little snide comments, you do you. You are in charge of you. You are in charge of your goals. Be firm in your goals. Be firm in what you're looking for. You're going to have haters along the way. Yeah, it sucks a little bit when your family's going to be a little passive aggressive, or maybe they're outwardly aggressive. But at the end of the day, you're not hurting anybody. And this person might feel threatened simply because they're more worried about what your lifestyle change is going to make them look like. That's the bottom line. But that's not your problem. And I think that's so hard for us, and at least for, people that are sympathetic and empathetic towards their loved ones, which a lot of us are. It's hard, but you're not doing anything wrong. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to try to talk anybody else into it. This is your journey. If you start going into this lifestyle change like it's a restricting, binging, it's a bad thing and you can't have any of these things, then basically you've labeled this as a temporary thing, and it's not. You've got to start conditioning your thinking. Do you really, really, really want to go out? well, I've been doing that for so long and it's not making me very happy. So no, I don't. And change is scary, like everything else. This is going to be, it's gonna get you out of your comfort zone. If you're used to going out, Friday night happy hour, getting blitzed and staying in bed, eating bullshit all the way till Sunday, when you gotta go back to work on Monday, it's going to be a change for you because that's now become your comfort zone. So understand that feeling that, I don't really know, like, I feel like this is hard, my lifestyle doesn't align. Okay, but are you happy? Because if you're trying to change your lifestyle, you're not happy somewhere. So what you're doing thus far is not making you happy. And that's something that I highly recommend that you start being completely real with yourself. I put myself through college working at a bar, and I love the bar. I love the lifestyle. I love the friends that I made. At the time, it was perfect, but I wasn't happy. And inherently, I was not happy. It was a lifestyle. You work, you know, from 10 p.m. until 3, 4 in the morning, and then you'd sleep and you'd do it all over. And so your coworkers became your friends because they had that same nocturnal kind of schedule. And I love my friends. I do. I absolutely love them. It's not against anybody. I just was not happy. Like, there were so many times looking back on this where I remember I'd be getting ready with my roommates, we'd be putting on our little dresses, you know, ready to go, and I just felt gross. But then as soon as I got some alcohol in me, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. I felt good. It was all right. I didn't even care. And then I woke up with a hangover and I felt like dog shit. I felt awful. I felt disgusting. I felt puffy. It was a really unhealthy cycle that I had gotten myself into. And I'd always been working out. So I'd always been lifting. I'd always gone to the gym. I played sports my entire life. So I was always going to the gym. It was my nutrition that was so messed up. I didn't really understand what was going on with my stomach at the time. I remember popping Gas-X like it was candy because I was embarrassed. I didn't really know what was going on. A lot of the times I would save my calories for my alcohol at night. So I wasn't eating. I would just drink, and I just did not feel good about myself, and I was just so tired of it. And the first thing I decided to do was, you know what, I've been working out for a while. I'm gonna go right into competition mode. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm not saying people should start their fitness journey, should start at all. But for me, it almost seemed like it was a convenient excuse to not drink. Well, I'm in prep mode, I can't drink. I'm not gonna drink. So I went through this prep. I had a coach, I had a trainer, I was very regimented, I brought all my meals. I did really well with the competition lifestyle. Mind you, I don't believe that competition prep is health. I really don't, it's not. That being said, as soon as I was done with my competition, one of my friends at the time saying, okay, so competition's over, can't you go back to normal? I hadn't drank in 6 months, didn't drink a thing. I liked the way I felt. I felt clear, I felt level-headed. I didn't really want to go back and drink. I think I had a couple drinks shortly after and I hated it. I felt like shit. And all of these old feelings started coming back and I was like, no. So I set out to make a lifestyle change. I'm gonna live, this is a lifestyle. This isn't a competition prep. This is a lifestyle. And so I started transitioning into that. And I still remember this exact conversation in my head. I don't like this new Kristen. And it was like a look like that I had gotten. Certain people, they stopped calling me to go out at night. And I really wasn't mad about it. I really wasn't. I knew that this was gonna happen. I didn't speak to some of my friends for 3 or 4 months. It became more of like, hey, do you guys wanna go do you wanna go hiking? Do you guys wanna go take this painting class? Do you wanna, have a little girls' night? Some of my friends were totally down for it. Yeah, sure, of course, we'll support, that's cool, yeah, we'll go do that. And some of my friends were like, no, I wanna go out and party and drink. I said, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. But the thing that kept me going is, what am I truly after? And once you are able to feel that happiness, you guys, that true feeling of happiness and health and energy, and that alone is going to attract the people that need to be in your life. And it sounds bittersweet. Really have no way to describe it. Like I said, I haven't had any big blowouts with friends ever, but I have grown apart from some friends, and that's just life. On the flip side of all of this, make sure that your actions and your words are reflecting the type of treatment that you want from other people. I think even people that are starting out on their fitness journey that know that they want to be better, they have these goals, they want to lose 30 pounds, they want to, build some lean muscle, they want to meal prep every day, and, they want to make these lifestyle changes. Well, now with social media, they're flipping through all this stuff and they're looking at all these, jacked and, beautiful people. And then they start comparing themselves to those people. And then, they're sitting with their buddy and they're like, yeah, well, but I'll probably never look like them, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do like a little bit of it. Don't stop. You are on the pursuit of the very best version of you because that is all you're ever gonna be. So don't allow yourself to fall into this negative way of thinking either. That's not the way to do it, because then your negative thinking has now attracted somebody else's negative thinking, and all of a sudden you've got negative people in your life. I mean, it is true. You are who you surround yourself with. And I know that sounds really bittersweet. You're on a lifestyle change. And the people that come and go in and out of your life, some people are going to stay, some people are going to leave. They all serve a purpose at some point. And looking back at how far I've come, and I'm not a guru. I haven't I've done all these things. This is just my experience. The people that come and go out of your life, every single person I've met has had a purpose at some point or another. Whether they come back in, they come back out, whatever it is, that gives me a sense of gratitude for all of the people in my life, no matter what. At any stage in my journey, I have had people, some of them have stayed, some of them have left, but it's all in the pursuit of finding the very best version of me. Because I need to be the best version of me in order to be the best friend, the best wife, the best eventual mother, the daughter, and that's what keeps me going. I hope this was kind of helpful. I know that it's really difficult when you try to start a lifestyle change and you feel like other people are holding you back, but that's the wrong mentality right there. Because you can't control other people, guys. You can only control yourselves. You can only control your actions and your words and your thoughts. So start small. Start with little goals every single day. Hopefully this was helpful for those of you struggling, starting out your journey, believing that Nancy, Tom, and Cheryl, they're the reason why you're not reaching your goals. They're not. It's all you. So if you like this video, thumbs up it. No, subscribe. Subscribe. I'll get the hang of this. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.